We're in a new section dedicated to loops and arrays, starting off with loops and the most critical question that I get asked almost every day. What loop is better? Let's answer that question. This chapter is dedicated to loops. And I've added another loopy kind of clock here, a visual clock that has a lot of visual things going on in it. Now, before we even start this chapter, I wanted to say something really important. One of the most common questions students ask me many times is, what's better, a for loop, a while loop, a do while, and so forth? The answer is very simple. In JavaScript, it really doesn't matter. It might have a long time ago, but most, if not all, browsers have been optimized to improve their flow no matter what type of loop you're using. A lot of different programming language encourage you not to use the for loop. I, on the other hand, say use the for loop because it's a lot more intuitive. It makes it easy for you to also approach and understand what's actually what. We'll talk further about what could you do to improve your for loop. For one is don't define your variables inside of the for loop, but define them up above with all the other variables. Same goes if you're getting a length, and this is something static already, right? It's not changing it while the loop is going on. So extract that into a local variable so there's no need to call an object. That way you're only calling an object once. So the stuff of that nature are really going to help small things and improve your performance, but we're going to approach them just generically, as we're saying in general, just keep your variables simples. Approach objects the least amount that you have to. Create variables up above while you're creating everything else. So that's it about globally loops. But within the topic of loops, there is a really big topic, which is the topic of how do you create loops that are more efficient and smarter? Because your loops is really the place where your code is probably where it should be the most efficient that you could, because that's where you're doing a lot of code that re-executes itself over and over. And that's exactly the topic that we're going to be looking at throughout this chapter. How do you make loops that are better, smarter, and how do you cut down loops whenever you don't need to?